The young heir of a conglomerate just wanted to unbuckle the seatbelt of his secretary, who was asleep beside him, but unexpectedly, he accidentally kissed her lips. At that moment, Mint also opened her eyes. Facing this major mistake, Haijun was so startled that he immediately pulled away. He tried to explain that it was just a misunderstanding. In contrast to Haijun's excitement, Mint remained unusually calm. She didn't mind what had just happened at all. She was just thanking Haijun for driving her home. However, Haijun was deeply bothered by the kiss. Mint casually told him that a small mistake was understandable. Mint was perfectly fine about being kissed. Meanwhile, Haijun felt like a child, hurt and upset. Back at the mansion, Haijun was about to rinse his mouth. When he subconsciously recalled the kiss, he couldn't help but think about Mint's nonchalant attitude. He completely broke down in that moment. Meanwhile, Mint was only focused on taking care of the baby. The next morning, as soon as Haijun went outside, he saw Mint wiping down his car. He felt awkward the moment he saw her. He quickly ran away from there, leaving Mint standing there confused. After arriving at work, Haijun unexpectedly ran into her again. Haijun quickly tried to close the elevator door, but just as he did, Mint's reflex kicked in and stopped the door with her foot. Watching Mint get closer, Haijun felt like a child caught doing something wrong. He shrank into the corner of the elevator. Mint quickly noticed something was off with Haijun. Though he was talking to her, his eyes kept looking elsewhere. It didn't take long for her to realize that it was probably because of yesterday. Mint told him that she had erased everything from last night from her mind, not to overthink it, and not to feel sorry for her. Haijun told her that he never meant anything like that. There was nothing to apologize for. Neither of them wanted to admit there was anything between them. Mint even said that Haijun wasn't her type. This made Haijun's heart hurt a little. Luckily, others arrived, breaking the awkwardness in the elevator. Back in the office, Haijun became more and more upset. At that moment, Mint was in a dispute with her boss over personal matters. Haijun heard about it and hurried to the scene. He didn't want to intervene, but remembering his sister's bad temper, Haijun had to step in and stop the situation, and saved Mint from trouble. Haijun seized the opportunity to complain about how she had been pulling her boss's hair at work. Just then, Mint suddenly started bleeding from her nose. Mint, who was so carefree, wiped her nosebleed in a messy way. Haijun had to use his handkerchief to gently wipe it for her. Suddenly, the atmosphere between them became a bit ambiguous. Haijun immediately fled the scene. At the same time, the madam's daughter, using her position, began to intentionally make things difficult for Mint. After a long day, Mint returned home and discovered her feet were sore from walking. Haijun saw her walking barefoot. He didn't intend to help, but couldn't help but stop his car. Watching her stagger as she walked, he mistakenly thought she had been drinking. Haijun saw her bruised ankle and worried she might hurt herself walking barefoot. He kindly brought her his sneakers. Mint reluctantly accepted his gesture, but when Haijun went to tie her shoelaces, Mint dodged. Haijun fell. It was awkward. However, Haijun still carefully tied her shoes. Although the shoes were a little too big, they fit better after some time and adjustment. Haijun teased her that he almost got knocked out by her foot odor. To his surprise, Mint believed him and started sniffing her foot. Watching Mint's carefree attitude made Haijun feel a stir in his heart. That day, the young lady saw her staff working on invitations and immediately caused trouble, asking Mint, who had already finished work, to come back and complete them. Mint had to take the baby to the office. Haijun heard the noise and saw the little one coming in. Without realizing it, he switched into a fatherly mode. Quickly realizing what he was doing, he reverted to his proud self, but the baby helped bring them closer. To get Mint home earlier, Haijun, the mighty CEO, surprisingly helped with the little task. However, Haijun's mother noticed her son and Mint getting closer, and planned to teach Mint a lesson. She asked Mint to deliver a valuable painting. Before leaving, she purposely activated the security system. When Mint went out, the alarm was triggered. The baby cried loudly in fear. The madam fueled the fire, telling security there was an art exhibition, and a thief might have entered the gallery. Soon, the security personnel arrived at Mint, and questioned her about the items she was carrying.